What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. We are reacting to the first official teaser trailer for Ahsoka.
I'm so excited for this show.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty of Star Wars.
Some of the things that I think are super pivotal to bring up is that Dave Filoni is officially directing his first live-action Star Wars movie set in the New Republic era. As far as I've read, it's going to sort of be a wrap-up of this Mandoverse. So I think that's why some of the episodes of Mandalorian, we've been seeing them expand outward, and it's not just about Din Djarin and Grogu anymore, it's about the Mandalorian universe. And I think if you're gonna do that, and you're gonna end it with this like potentially Avengers style movie where you're gonna have the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, maybe Skeleton Crew, all of these different shows kind of like merge together into a movie, then it makes sense that you're gonna start doing that with the shows as well, where they're gonna kind of start expanding. So I bring it up only because, you know, some folks online have been talking about how like they feel like the Mandalorian show has kind of changed and shifted its direction, and I'm like, now it kind of makes sense to me why that's happening.
And it also kind of answers a big question for me as to what the F are they gonna do with Omega. Omega in the Bad Batch seems like she's gonna have so many big implications, and I have a feeling that sneaky guy Dave Filoni, he's been playing the long game. A sneaky guy. I think Omega's gonna play a huge part in all of this going into the future, because there's so much care being given to that show in particular, but also that character. Like there's big implications that we still don't understand. Granted, we still haven't finished. We still have 2 episodes of the Bad Batch to go on Patreon. If you want to watch them, go now. They're really good, but there's still big implications that I don't understand, and I'm very curious about. And so this Filoni-verse culminating in a big movie or a big event, I think it's really cool. It's really exciting. And having Ahsoka be part of that, I think is just...
Will we see Grogu? Will he have a lightsaber? Will Luke show up? Will he be a de-aged Luke Skywalker with a lightsaber? I'm like, there's so much happening. It's crazy.
So I saw a tweet that said that by the time that movie comes around, canonically, Grogu will be about 91 years old, somewhere around there. And they said that Yoda started training with the Jedi at 100 years old. So maybe he's gonna be like training it up. Maybe there's gonna be a crazy new Mando Jedi hybrid thing going on. Who knows? Who knows? It's so exciting,
especially when they announced that like, oh, they're gonna do a Dawn of the New Jedi Order movie with Rey, and I'm like, okay, where's Grogu? If Grogu lives 900 years, where the hell is Grogu? And
he's gonna have to be there. Yeah, he's gonna have to be there.
Sick as hell.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun.
He'd only be like 145 years old, probably.
He's a young gun, still a young gun, still not even in the prime of life. Yeah, so still ready to go. I'm so looking forward to this. I just watched a recap of Rebels just to like get myself kind of in the game, because I watched Rebels a really long time ago. And so I don't remember everything like, you know, right off the bat, but watching that is giving me good context and I remember why Thrawn is a big deal in this situation. So I'm ready to go.
For sure.
Adam, are you ready to go?
I'm so farting excited right now. Oh my God.
Ready. God.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
That almost looks out of Rebels.
And Dave Filoni's gonna mess with us so hard in the show.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Damn. Hot damn.
Ooh. This is a new beginning.
Oh, Sabine.
Indeed, it is a new beginning. That's Sabine.
War.
Hera.
Chopper! Yeah, I've just been wanting Chopper.
Whoa!
Who is that? Inquisitor?
Sick. No, this is after that.
It's been a while. Things have changed.
Oh my God, what the hell? This is crazy.
I started hearing whispers.
Oh, Mon Mothma's alive, yes!
Mothma. Monica Mothma.
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
The scary boy.
As heir to the Empire.
Oh, my nipples are hard. Oh shit, who the hell is that?
Who's that guy?
The Jedi.
And who is she?
There aren't many left.
Oh, Ezra!
Was that Ezra?
Oh my God, these are Inquisitors. What the hell? Holy shit.
Oh, I'm not ready for this.
Oh my God.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
Oh, this character was in Rebels too.
Yep.
I can't remember the name though.
Oh my God.
Dave Filoni, you son of a bitch.
Oh. Oh my God.
amazing.
And the music
Oh my
sounds
God.
incredible.
What?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
I gotta loop this as we're talking. This is insane, dude. So some of these character designs, specifically that one Sith, I don't know what she is at this point, with the white hair, kind of looks like something out of Star Wars Visions. Like, this is giving me like a really fresh kind of take on things moving forward. I feel like there's not a lot of Skywalker baggage, as I like to call it, with a lot of the stuff that's going on. And I'm hoping that this is like the breath of fresh air that we can get with, even though it like has to do with Rebels, and we've seen Rebels and Rebels has happened already. It's kind of like the breath of fresh air moving universe. Like, it's okay to let go of Luke and Leia and Han. Like, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
And I think Ahsoka is the perfect person to take us into that future. I'm not saying that Mando and Grogu haven't just yet.
Right.
But this show feels like it's got a certain energy to it just by this trailer. And it makes me really excited for whatever the hell is going to happen here.
Oh,
I have no idea what's going to happen.
And I think the thing that I'm also like noticing about this show, and I think it's actually kind of been present in this season of Mandalorian too, is it feels really expansive.
Yeah.
I think we got to a point where we started to feel like, okay, this is in the volume. We can kind of start to like feel this.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like Favreau and Filoni maybe also kind of got that sense as well. And of course they're using the volume, and of course they're going to continue using the volume. It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
But it also seems like they're doing some work to like literally expand what cityscapes look like and what the interiors of ships look like. And I feel like we're just seeing a lot more environments and a lot more like wider shots of environments.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, now this is like, all right, this is like starting to feel like you guys are really putting money into this, into these shows. And it's so exciting to see that. And Filoni and Favreau talked about this too, that because all these shows are kind of being made simultaneously, all these creators are kind of talking to each other. And obviously, like, if you're part of sort of like the Mandalorian team, when it's like Deborah Chow and Rick Famuyiwa and Bryce Dallas Howard, and now Skeleton Crew and the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, even though Andor is kind of disconnected in the sense that like it's kind of being made in its own way, they're still talking. They're still keeping each other aware of like what's happening in the timeline. So like you can have Genevieve O'Reilly pop up in episode 3. She can pop up in Andor. She can pop up in Rogue One. She can pop up in it's like that continuity feeling that I think like I love about Star Wars can happen so much easier because everyone's aware of what's going on. And I love when they are able to bring in some of the actors who played these characters in animation and bring them into live action. Like, we found out yesterday that Lars Mikkelsen is actually going to play Grand Admiral Thrawn, a character who voiced in Rebels, which is so freaking cool. Like,
it's so rad.
Of course, it would have been amazing to have every actor who's played, you know, every character that is now jumping from live action animation. It would have been amazing to have all of those actors play them. Yeah. Sometimes like the age isn't appropriate, or maybe the look doesn't really work, and like that's fine. So like the recastings that they've done to bring in Rosario Dawson, Mary Elizabeth Winstead to play Hera, like I'm fine with it as long as like the spirit of the character lives through the performance of these actors. Then I'm like, I'm on board. Recast it or do whatever you want with it. If you feel like Lars Mikkelsen is going to do an incredible job as Grand Admiral Thrawn and he fits the look and he's got the age and all that stuff, then I'm like, dude, let's do it, bro. Bring him in. Yeah, and it's cool because it's Mads Mikkelsen's brother, and it's like just Star Wars family everywhere, all up in this galaxy.
Yeah, it's really cool to kind of see them in their little communities. I know Star Wars Celebration is happening right now, but like in the advertising and just seeing like all the things that they're putting out on social media, it seems like they all get along. I could be wrong, but it seems like they're all kind of friends, and they all kind of are excited to be part of these projects, and they're all kind of sharing in this Star Wars joy, right? That I feel like you can only get working on such a legendary kind of franchise. So it's fun to see. And I feel like Filoni and Favreau have kind of curated that culture of like, let's keep this fun and magical, and let's remember what we're doing rather than getting lost in the sauce of like, this is the next multi-million-dollar franchise. What are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna? How's Mickey Mouse gonna write our checks? Like that kind of, you know, that kind of kills creativity.
And that's actually a good thing you brought that up, because I was literally just watching the interview that Filoni and Favreau did at Celebration yesterday. And that's exactly what they talked about, is like, we just want to work with passionate Star Wars fans who love this shit, because we love it. And yes, we are like kids who get to play with their toys in like big, in this multi-million-dollar budget form. And like, yeah, that's awesome. Like, we want to nurture a culture that's very collaborative. Yes, Dave Filoni, am directing Ahsoka, or, you know, I don't know how many episodes he's doing or if he's doing the whole thing, but it's not just on me. It's like Jon Favreau has a huge role in it. Kathleen Kennedy has a huge role in it. Actors, all the people that design everything and build everything. Like, it doesn't happen without a community of creators. Yeah. And especially now, because they're doing this virtual production setting, like that's a whole nother thing. Like, we're used to doing visual effects as a post-production process. They're doing visual effects as a pre-production process to use during production. Like,
it's crazy.
That's like a whole nother beast that like, that's just like, that's magic all like in and of itself. So yeah. And I think it's true. Like, they have to nurture a really good culture to make all this stuff, because a lot of these things are overlapping. There are people who are going from show to show. There's actors that are crossing over. So you have to make it seem like, you have to make the process feel as smooth as possible. Because otherwise people are going to burn out and they're never going to want to work on this stuff again. And the fact that they've had a lot of the same crew for years now, you know, they've been doing Mandalorian since 2018, 2019. So to like have these people stick around for like the last 6 years is like, I think that's a huge testament to sort of the culture that they've created when they make these shows and movies, which I think is awesome. And that's how productions should be. Do they have their hiccups and does shit go wrong and do get people mad? Do people get mad at each other? Of course. But it's all about like rebuilding that and being like, hey, it's all good. Tomorrow, new day. Like, let's just brush it off and we'll keep going and like just build. I'm a
firm believer that like, if you have a good community, you'll be able to tackle those problems with no hitches in your team, right? Like, if your team is tight, when there are problems, your team will remain tight. Like, if a problem comes up and your team dissolves, then your team was never that strong to begin with. It feels like everybody who's worked on this stuff has been part of like this want and desire to keep Star Wars alive and relevant and fresh and young and just keep it going, because these are stories worth telling clearly. Like, laser swords have not gotten old, bro. Like,
hell no. Lightsabers are going to be dope forever.
They're going to be dope for freaking ever.
Yep.
And to go back to what you were saying about the volume, Adam, I feel like it was a necessity during COVID. Obviously, Hollywood had to reply, but now seeing the evolution and how quickly it can evolve to be half 2D, half in camera, compositing effects with like bigger scale VFX that create these giant universes. I think it's going to be really cool. And it's looking really solid so far. So.
God damn, this trailer was stellar. This trailer was stellar Skarsgård. God damn.
Stellar Skarsgård, bro. He's the man.
I can't wait to see this. It's going to come out in August. So I feel like now too, we talk about this all the time. It's like, now that we kind of know when some shows are coming out, it's like, all right, I know when to like get my hype engines ready for when this is going to drop. Because I think this is going to be massive. I think this is going to be like Mandalorian season 1, episode 1 levels massive, where it's just like,
it's going to be massive.
It's going to be one of the, like, the premieres probably going to be like one of the biggest Disney Plus premieres, because everything that it's kind of uniting, and it's Dave Filoni at the helm. So it's like Star Wars love is going to like drop in on this thing like a bomb. Hopefully in a good way.
This show is going to be massive. Especially for Rebels fans, like, you see the payoff.
Oh my god!
And dude, we're getting Chopper. Like, the best part of Rebels is Chopper to me. Honestly, like that's really what I watch it for. So I'm just friggin' excited to see whatever comes up, man.
Same. But of course, let us know in the comments below if there's any Easter eggs we might have missed, or any other information or facts. If you went to Celebration that you know about the show Ahsoka, let us know in the comments below. Check out the uncut reactions for everything we're watching on Patreon. Subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next.
Bye.